What's going on, guys? My name is Noah and thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out my channel. I am documenting what's going on behind the scenes of me growing my clothing brand. So today we're going to get into a lot of the things that I'm doing. There's a lot of exciting things. Some of the things, we're getting into motion here. Things are starting to pick up. So I'm going to show you behind the scenes of what's going into that. But before we do it, I'm going to make myself some coffee. While that's brewing, I've got samples lined up here that I have gotten back. I've shot and filmed. I'm working on editing that video. It's probably posted by the time you're seeing this one. Here is a sneak peek at the color options for hoodie and t-shirts that I'm working on. The quality on these are so sick. Like I wish that you could feel this over the camera. The hoodie is insane. And so I'm working on some finalizing options for this. This was the second option. I am gonna end up going with, this one's really good too. The GSM on both are amazing. I'm gonna end up going with this one. This color is just a lot cleaner to me, a lot more character with this one. Part of what we're doing today involves this hoodie. So I wanted to show you that because I'm going to be calling some local, you know what, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna get the coffee, I'm gonna go to my desk, and then we'll explain what's going on. Okay, so we've got some exciting stuff on the agenda today, and it feels like things are starting to come together, and so I'm pretty pumped up. I'm just gonna read you a few of the things we've got going on, and then we'll dive into how I'm gonna do it, which I'm still trying to figure out. So the first thing that we're gonna tackle is every single piece that we sell, whether that be a t-shirt or a hoodie, a hat, I want it to be able to fit inside of a bag. In a bag, it's a presentation bag, think of it that way. It zips at the top. Maybe you've seen them before, but I really want to include that because it adds a little bit of professionalism to everything that we're doing. So I'm working with a manufacturer now. I sent them some requirements. I want to get two sizes to begin with, a smaller bag size and a bigger bag size. Smaller, I'm thinking that will fit the t-shirts. Bigger will fit hoodies, and then I can also fit hopefully the hats into the smaller one. That's the goal at least. So we're gonna do that, and I'll show you the mock-up for that. Is pretty simple, but I think that it's cool just to see. The second thing are tags. What I'm going to do, of course, we're gonna have the tags that go in the back of the hoodie, and this hoodie isn't anything that I'm producing, by the way. This is just kind of like this is my morning hoodie, something that I just toss on when I feel like drinking coffee and working, and didn't really plan on filming, but nonetheless, here we are. But tags are going to be something that hangs off of the tag. So it's going to be, and I'll show you everything that I've got here in a second because it's super sick. But the tags are also going to just add a little professionalism to it. And then I just ordered little thank you note cards, something that I want to do for the brand that is really special to me. When we start to get orders is to personally write thank yous to everyone who does purchase from us. So I ordered some stock cards that I'm going to use for those letters that go out to you guys or whoever purchases from us. And the last thing was the hoodie. I'm going to have local print shops and embroiderers do the printing and embroidering for at least the first round of t-shirts and hoodies that go out. And if it goes well, then I'll just continue to use them because I think that it would be super cool to keep that local to me. I'm sourcing locally, and so it would be awesome to be able to do the whole sweep locally. I want to have a little bit of a finger on the pulse with that just in the beginning stages because I want the customer to get the product and then be amazed by the quality rather than the reverse of that and be like, oh, like he went the easy route and now this isn't that high quality, because the garments are insane quality. So I don't want to bring the quality down by like poor craftsmanship with the embroidery or poor craftsmanship with the like screen printing. Then I'm going to do a little bit on the t-shirt. So I'm going to share with you guys some of that. I need to call around and see the capabilities of some local shops that are close to me. I'm hoping that they can do that. It's going to be super simple. I'm not doing like any big, like graphics on them. I'm not a huge graphic dude. So I'm not going to be tossing graphics everywhere on these, but I do want to make sure that that's something they can do. And then for the hoodie, I'm also going to be having them stitch a little piece of fabric to the top of the hood. It's going to look super sick. And we'll have some more on that. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I just talked about so you can kind of put my words to what's actually going on. So when I reference that tag, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. It's just this one. Maybe you've seen these before, but it just hangs off of the t-shirt and the hoodie. I think this is going to be super sick, and it will definitely add a layer of professionalism to everything that we're doing. The bag is going to be something like this. I'm going to keep ours really, really, really simple and just have Eliora going across the front of it. But these are coming in the two different options that I mentioned. As you can see, that it's kind of waxy. It's got a waxy look to it. I'm not doing anything on the bag aside from the logo, just to keep it as minimal and aesthetically pleasing as possible. Here is the tag option. Now this is going to be what goes on the inside of all the pieces, and of course like the sizing right here would change per what size it is, but it's super basic. Our tees and hoodies are going to be manufactured in Toronto. I'm deciding if I want to have that on here or include that on a different tag and just keep Eliora plain in the front. Something that I'm still deciding, but I thought this was super clean. The tag is an off-white color, and then all the details are in black. I didn't want to use navy or anything because it could clash with colors that we do in the future, and you have to order a lot of these tags at once. That like the MOQ per size is around 500, and the manufacturer is going to keep them on hand. With the tags, the thing that I'm a little hesitant on is ordering a ton of them and then not having the things sell, which I'm not too worried about because I'm confident in my abilities to have things sell and produce high quality things. But the other thing is just like, what if something happens with the manufacturer and they don't produce in Toronto, maybe we move to the States? With some of the t-shirts, I would like to have all of the tags be able to be used. So I might switch the made in Toronto to a different tag just in case we do switch manufacturers in the future, or before we use up all of the quantities that I'm purchasing for this bulk run. The note cards are super sick. They're just really basic, so I don't necessarily need to show you that. They're just white, and then they've got Eliora on the top with cursive. So yeah, that's kind of just catching up to speed on those, but it's all things that are going into the overarching delivery to the customer. I just want this to feel like it's an already established brand. I want this brand to feel like it's been here for a long time rather than like this is our first drop. So I'm trying to use some of the knowledge that I have just about sourcing and in business in general, what I've seen, because I buy things from a lot of brands that do this very well. So I'm trying to add our own spin, add our brand style to some of the things that I really enjoy in the space and how I receive packages. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to call a few local places and just see if they can do the things I need them to do for the hoodie and for the t-shirt, because if they do, that'd be sick. I could just run those samples over there and have them do some tests on them to see how they would look. And of course, I would take you guys along with that just so you could see what we're working on. Yeah, hi, good morning. My name is Noah. I was just calling, I had a few questions and I was hoping that maybe I could get some clarity or some answers on some of them.
Sure.
I run a local brand and I'm curious on your embroidery capabilities and like if you guys do screen printing and all of that.
Are you familiar with different kinds of thread, or do you have a preference?
The thread wouldn't matter as much. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to even put a finger to it over the phone. But like seeing it in hand, I'm local, like I said. So, if it was an option for me to come like see what you guys have, like that would be cool. I don't know if you guys do that for customers, but.
Sure.
So the first place that we called, it sounds like they can do everything. We're gonna see them, I'm gonna send them the tech packs that we have, the designs that are mocked up, and see, there's a little bit of customization that I'm doing to the hoodie as far as an extra fabric design element that is totally extra. I probably don't need to do it, but I think that it'd be sick if it was done, so I definitely want to do it. So I'm gonna see if they can do that as well, but I'm gonna shoot them an email, and it sounds like they can do it. There's a ton of things that I'm learning about doing all of this. It's a lot more steppy than I thought in the beginning. I say that because our manufacturer, they produce the garments, of course, the t-shirts and the hoodies, but what they can't do is produce the tags. They work with a third party to produce the tags. So what I have to do is send designs to the third party. They coordinate everything, and then they send them to my manufacturer. My manufacturer is going to tag the clothes with just like the sizing tag. Then what happens is the bag and the other tags that I showed you that hang off the garments are going to be sent to me. So the clothes get produced in Toronto, they get sent to me, I bag everything, I put tags on everything, I then put them in the shipping boxes and then hopefully ship them out to customers. But it's just like, wow, like that is so steppy. And I'm starting to see that. For other businesses that I've had, it hasn't been like that. Like it's basically been like everything's produced in one place, it gets boxed, it gets shipped, it's sent to Amazon, and it's sold. At least that's what I'm used to. So some of these new steps that are getting introduced, I'm like, why is this so steppy? But I get it. I mean, it's just part of the game, and I'm sure I'm not doing this as efficiently as possible just because it's my first go around. So I'm learning. I'm trying to be a sponge and just try to, I'm doing things how I think they should be done the first time, but I'm sure there's something that I'm missing that could be done a lot better. So I also just got designs done for, I'm producing 2 hats in our core collection. The one is a super basic hat, and that one's already getting sampled right now. The second one is a design that I sketched out and then I sent to a designer, and it came back, it's finalized. It is so perfect. I can't even explain to you how excited I am to be able to show you that. I want to wait to show you until it's in sample runs. That way we're kind of closer to it being in hand, because I will show you the samples of that. But just know that I'm working to get hats out that are just the sickest hats, and we're doing that. Like, not one hat, but 2 hats. The first hat I'm really excited about. The second hat's going to be sick too. Since we're talking about designs and everything that's going into the t-shirt and hoodie, I just want to show you the mock-ups that I have for the t-shirt, for the hoodie. Again, super basic, but at least you can kind of put some of what I'm saying. You can put some of my rambling to actually being visual. So let me just show you those. So here's just a sneak peek of what I'm going to do for the t-shirts. I need to move this logo around a little bit. I don't know if I want to put it up here like that, move it down a little bit like that. That's something that I'm going to be doing when I actually go to the screen printing shop to have this done. Like I said, I might even make this smaller and do something like this. Who knows? I need to play around with this, but this is just kind of what I'm thinking for logo placement. It'll end up being probably smaller like that. Something super basic. I didn't want to just toss the logo right here on the chest. Like, I think that's just like done over and over and over again. I think this is an artsy way to place the logo. And then here's the hoodie. So what I'm going to be doing is attaching LER right there. I'm thinking of in cursive. It'll probably be even smaller than that, something like that in cursive. And then right here on the top of the hood is where I'm going to have the cream fabric. It will match LER, but it's going to be stitched on both sides, essentially one piece. It goes over, let me see, that goes over the top and bottom of the hood, and super extra, but I thought that that was a really cool design element just to add to like a basic hoodie. I think that will elevate the whole thing a little bit. And then for those of you that haven't seen, here's that first hat. Super basic, but it will match everything really, really nicely. And this is all going to be put together. The hoodie, the t-shirt, the hat, and then another hat that I'm working on. That's all going to be part of our first drop, which is going to be called our core collection. If you're new here, or even if you're returning, because I know there's a lot of you that do watch my videos, or at least I feel like we're growing a decent bit. And I just want to say I appreciate all of your support. The comments are so cool to read through, just to see what you guys are saying, how you're interacting, and all of that. Like, it's so cool that we're building this little community around what we're building, which is LER. It's way bigger than a clothing brand to me. It's us. We're doing this together. So if there's anything that you see that you want done, or you have any different tweaks to things, this is, like I said, a community. I'm treating this brand like it's our brand. So hopefully it feels that way to you as well. With that being said, I think that's where we're gonna stop this video. I just wanted to kind of do a quick check-in, show you all the things that we've got going on. There's a lot of things in motion. I'm working so hard to make this brand everything that I have in mind. It's a fun thing to do. It's a fun thing to do, but there's also so much that goes into it that I didn't really realize it. I knew that this is a hard game to play in, and so I'm ready for it. I'm ready to take this brand where it needs to be. And I just want to say I love you, I thank you, and this is our brand. We're doing this together, we're creating this brand together, and I'm excited to see what we build, because the vision that I have is so big. Like, I know we are going to have this brand be exactly what it's intended to be, and I'm just excited for the journey that we're on. I'm excited to rock with you guys. I'm excited that you're here, you're watching, and we're building something that is way bigger than me. It's bigger than us. It's a brand that's going to be seen by thousands of people, worn by thousands of people, and I'm just excited to finally feel like things are starting to come together, because I've had these ideas And now we're starting to mold everything, which is super, super dope. So thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for being here. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.